listen to your customers. Your customers will always tell you what and why, what they want. So deriving value is the easiest way to scale.
Welcome to Unstoppable Podcast with Harry Sardinas, inspiring conversations with influential millionaires, investors, thought leaders, entrepreneurs who are making a massive difference with their innovative products and services, and sharing the challenges and wisdom of how they sold their first million.
How would you like to make your first million? And today we have a special guest from United Kingdom. His name is Anmol Goel, and he is the founder of the upcoming venture, Jackson Ventures, and the actual founder of Orion Ventures. So Anmol, tell us, what are the 5 steps that you recommend to tech entrepreneurs to make the first million?
Yeah, thank you very much, Harry, for having me, first of all. In terms of the 5 steps that I would outline, the very first thing is find a solution which has demand in the market, right? A lot of the founders, what they try and do is copy and paste what already exists. They want to make the open AI program, or they want to make another Canva, but try and make something which you can resonate with, which there is a pain in the market and you can provide a solution for. Someone is willing to pay for you. Then the second thing of it is finding two things: product market fit and price market fit. So, your first iteration of your product will never be your last. So go deeper into the market, see what the right product is, where you can upsell, and see where the right price is. Again, the first price you will go in the market will never be your last. The strategy of your pricing will never be the last. Then third, and probably one of the most important thing I would say, is listen to your customers. Your customers will always tell you what and why, what they want. So deriving value is the easiest way to scale, right? There's a saying in venture that there is no funding like revenue-based funding. So if you can bootstrap and you're profitable and you're making revenue, you don't need to even look at VCs like us. And that almost makes VCs like us want you even more, because you're self-sufficient, right? You can do it. So focus on deriving value rather than nitpicking in the early sort of stages and going just all in on money, money, money. That's not the case. Build value, money will come. Then number three would be start to delegate and automate. You only have so many hours in the day, and if you're trying doing everything yourself, you being the CEO, CFO, CSO, CPO, that's not going to work. Find people, and that's what I did, right? I'm a big believer in telling people what I did and how I got there versus how generally one can get there, right? I made sure my CTO, right, who was coming in comparison to what he knows in tech, I know nothing, right? So I want to hire brilliant minds who know more than me in my specificities. I'm a great generalist. I'm not a specialist. So I want to find specialists who are better than me, who can do these special functions better than me, and bring them in. And then the last part is then focus on scale. Now, scale would be achieved via partnering, via establishment of automation and value, and responding to the market. So as you scale in the UK, you will start seeing recipients in the US ask for your product anyways, right? There might be, in Australia, whatever. Then focus on the scale building. Again, start with the focus of, if you're going into new geography, does the solution fit? Do you need to do any iteration? How do I, again, stick value based modeling there? How can I automate that a team is there so I don't have to work 24/7, and build, build, build. So then you can do country one, country two, country three. And that's how I kind of did it, right? So now I have guys in 6 different countries, and I just sit on top and try and manage as much as I can.
So, what are the biggest challenges that you find it as a tech entrepreneurs, and how you overcome that challenge?
The biggest challenges, tech entrepreneurs that I find, that I see them as an investor, is the very first one I would say is a lot of them are now, especially after the COVID market, they're not making the penny last. So what I mean by that is, back in the day, or I'm talking about, the teens, 20 teens, a lot of the founders will bootstrap up to 50,000. They will put in their own money. They will say, look, we've built the MVP. We've got our first 5 customers. Now we want money because we proved it. Nowadays, one of the biggest things I'm running into is founders like, I've got this amazing idea. Give me money. and there's no proof that you've tried and tested. I haven't seen you fail. I haven't seen you fall down.
Do you think if
And part of
someone
the,
have 5 clients and already is a proof that there is some traction to the product?
I mean,
How about one
there's not
client? One client is not enough, or two, right?
yeah.
Have to be
It
minimum
depends, right?
five.
If that one client is someone like an Apple, right, paying them 2 million a year, then maybe it's different. But I would say, in terms of when we sort of look at de-risking, I would look at least 10. I mean, B2B and B2C is different, right? Because B2C is someone is paying 10, $15 a month. So even in that, the first 10 clients don't really matter because that could be your friends and family, right? If
Absolutely.
I'm selling, exactly, if
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
selling
yeah.
something to friends and family, I can ring you. I can say,
So
Harry, I've
B2C,
just
what
got
will
this
be, Arnold,
product. Yeah.
the number that will give you an indication that there is some traction for the product when it comes to B2C?
I would
B2B,
say
you
I
already
would say
said 10 clients,
500.
right? Oh,
500 would be a good. Again,
500.
depends on the price, right? I'm saying 500 if the product is like worth $10. So if it's a very cheap product, right, that's solving a very menial, easy problem. I would say 500 is a good number because that then means you have gone outside the circle of friends and family, and you
Absolutely.
have gone outside your personal circle, and this is now coming in through your marketing, your ads, and automatically. So now I know something is working. B2B, I would say around the 10 mark. If it's a really big product, maybe 5 mark, like you sort of said, would be adequate.
Follow us for more interviews with world's most influential, audacious entrepreneurs that overcame challenges and adversity, providing you with the blueprint of how they sold their first million so you can grow your business exponentially.